Well, hello there, folks. It's me, formerly known as Gyro Man. I'm doing pretty good. So I'm just gonna, this is for everybody out there. I have friends on Nextdoor that live here in Ocean Springs. So this is for you guys. And of course, I have all of my friends on what is it? Where do we do all of our stuff? Oh, yes, we do it on stuff that works. Yes, and it does work. Okay, so here we go. As you all know, I was supposed to have surgery in Ocean Springs on Valentine's Day. And pretty much at the last minute, I pulled the plug because I didn't like what I saw happening and I just no longer felt confident. So I went through the Mayo Clinic route and found that there's actually a surgeon in New Orleans that might be able to do a good job. So I got in touch, went over there, saw him, went through the whole rigmarole. I loved the guy. His name is Dr. Paul Celestri. And he knew how to talk to me. He basically said, look, man, I see your films. I see your symptoms. I know exactly how to fix this. He goes, I'll be happy to talk to Mayo Clinic and work with them too. But the fact is that I usually refer patients to Mayo when I don't understand what's happening with them. You, I understand exactly what is happening with, and I can fix you. So I say, okay, I'm going to do it. And surgery was scheduled for April 14th. And we went into New Orleans for surgery at it's actually the hospital for sports surgery. It's in Harahan in Louisiana. It's really state-of-the-art place, really cool. And that's really where I had the surgery done. That was on the 17th. And they went in and they did the C3, the C4, the C5, and the C6. Full laminectomies and fusion with bone graft. So now there's a few interesting things that you might find fun. I certainly found them to be fun. The first is that coincidentally these dates. So the surgery was on 4/17 and I was closed up at 4:17 p.m. So 4/17, April 17th, corresponds to the Hebrew calendar. It's the 17th of Nisan. Now, if you start looking around and do a little numerology, what you're going to discover is that the 17th is the date that Jesus was resurrected. And it was 72 hours later, and it's like right in the afternoon. I lived in Israel for quite some time, so I know at this time of the year that 4 o'clock, 4:30, it's already starting to get dark. So it's really kind of out there and spacey. Anyway, so that was one kind of cute thing that I thought was interesting. And then another thing occurs with numbers, and that's the number 318. So we got Angel 417, now we got Angel 318. Angel 318, that was my room number in the hospital. And the long and short of it is that Angel 318 is there to tell you you are on the right path. Do not deviate from this path. Continue to put one foot in front of the other. Jesus has got you. Okay. So, I got to tell you, I had a bevy of angels in there during this whole thing. But anyway, I get out, wake up, and feeling pretty good. First thing I notice is that a tremendous sense of pressure has been released. I mean, I can't even describe it. And like the top portions of my cervical spine, there's zero pain there, none. No pressure, no pain, nothing. It feels normal. So, oh, that's nice. What I am feeling is incision site pain, and I'm also getting a little bit of, where they did all the blasting of the bones. That's also quite painful. So, one of the things that I did, and they're really good, these Ochsner people. One of the things that I did was I had an opportunity to have a pretty in-depth discussion with my anesthesiologist. And she comes in, she sits down with me, and I tell her, look, I said, first of all, I'm in danger of losing my colon as it is. I've been taken off the short list to have it removed. I think I'm cured with the medications and pelvic floor therapy and everything I've been doing. But can you give me something that's going to be a little gentle and not as constipating as I know all of this stuff can be? So she says, yeah, we'll try to give you the best option. And then I said to her, and another thing is, I really don't want to do narcotics. I don't want to do them because I know that that's going to mess up my stomach. And I said, what I would like to do is CBD or THC or HHC or THCO, whatever, and augment whatever narcotics I may have to take with that in the hope that I will end up taking less and do it for a shorter period of time, which would be good. So she agreed. She was like, this is great. She goes, I really think it's fabulous. I can't, because we're a little bit behind the times in my field, I can't come out as a doctor and say, look, do this, this, and this, but I'm with you. So that's kind of what I did. And so they gave me oxycodone, 5 milligrams, and they gave me 28 of those when I left the hospital on the 2 days later, on the 19th. And so I still have a few of those left. What I do is I'll take one if the pain is bad. And, I'll also they're giving me muscle relaxers too. But what I've done so far is I've only taken about 2/3 of what is being prescribed. And I'm doing really well with it. I don't have any pain. So it's good. So just wanted to let you know about that. Let's see what else I can tell you. Oh yeah, I got a really wonderful, I can't move around too much. I get a card in the mail and it's signed by the entire nursing staff on the hospital floor, all wishing me well, hand signed by everybody with a note by each one. This is unbelievable. So I already have, where I have to send, I'm going to write a letter and all of that because it's just unbelievable. I have had so many experiences in my life in so many different hospitals, with other relatives, family, and I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's like, I was like going on vacation. I would use that button the second I would push the button. Before it finished, boom, back. There's somebody on there. What's going on? And mostly it was after they took the catheter out. I need to go pee. So boy, oh boy, I got to get up. They were there in 10 seconds every time. And just so patient with me and kind and loving. Just a different planet. It makes me want to cry. So I hope you've all been well. I will also tell you this. I have a feeling that the surgery has had a major effect on my stomach. It's working. It was working great. It's working better now. So I'm very happy. Just a fast update on how I'm doing with movement and walking around. They want you to get up right away. So I'm like, okay, let's go. And I'm walking around the hospital with the walker. And right now, what I do is I do 50-foot laps. So it's 50 foot each direction. So it's 100 foot every time I go. So I'm doing, I'm up to about 400 feet to 600 feet now every single day. I'm going to build that up. I go back to New Orleans it's now going to be 2 more weeks or so. By then the plan is I plan to be walking close to a mile. We'll see. That's a big reach. But the doctor told me that because my hands where I had zero feeling, and it's coming back a little bit, so that's a really good sign. And also, when they have you hooked up and they're doing the actual surgery, there's a whole bunch of sensors that they use, and they see before and afters. So one thing that was a definite see was signal was restored in my spinal cord after they did the laminectomies. So there's signal now. There wasn't before. There is signal now. It's going to be a long time before I have all of my feeling back. But I can stand now, and I'm not gyrating. I'm not afraid that I'm going to fall over if I'm not holding on to something. So I'm going to stick with my prediction and my willpower and my firm belief in God and my wonderful community of friends that support me. I am going to be walking without a walker, without a cane, with anybody holding me, on my own, fully. April 17th, 2024. Okay. I love you all. God bless you. I know this went on and on and on.